Hi, welcome back to this new project on the bench. It is an oscilloscope made by Hewlett-Packard. Model is 1200B, and it is a pretty unique instrument as it is sensible low as 100 microvolt, as we can see over here, and the bandwidth is 500 kilohertz. So it's pretty suitable for audio signal displays, and it is pretty useful onto especially low signals, like in phono stage troubleshooting in the preamplifier sections and so forth. And that's exactly is the reason why I've got this. Well, actually, this instrument is in my hand almost 20 years, and I never power it up. And these stickers that has been applied in 1998 declares that the instrument is not calibrated. This instrument came from a telephone company, and I believe they have discarded this instrument because there is something fault, but nobody know how was the situation before the instrument has been placed apart. And it has been laying on the shelf since. So we need to go very slow, understand how capacitors are, so there will be no power up attempt, and directly go inside in and see the condition, and if it's complete, and if it's possible to bring it back to life. Okay, that's the first cover. Oh, would you look at that? I already have spotted 3 large capacitor on this board. Let's move on to the other side. Well, that is strange. This part is riveted, so I wonder if we need to go onto the bottom. And there we go, we are at the bottom, and that's not a good sign. I have only one screw, all the other screws are missing, so I'm afraid that the instrument has been placed apart because of a problem, and the screw is clogged into the, it's a Phillips screw, but it's completely clogged by dusty, who know what it is. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's really nice and pretty. Look at that. Lot of capacitors over there. Few over here. Well, another one here. Some more over there. You know what? We might be actually we might try to power up through the dim bulb, and first with maybe 110 volts, and this is set for 230, and then see if we have some live sign. And just before to do that, I just want to see this board, and it seems quite tight, the wiring, so there is no so much room to pull it out and see down here. It would have been a nice thing that we could remove capacitors easily. But it is what it is, and it's also difficult to place it back in its place. So let me reassemble here and try what it does. Okay, I have connected my dim bulb and I've connected my variac. So let's grab this plug. Plug it in and power up. So we are at very low, let's say 10 volt AC. Let's rise up a little bit. I'm at 70 volt. I will do step by step and let the capacitor get reformed on in the horn and see how it goes. Well, while I'm here waiting for the instrument to wake up and monitoring the -50, which is giving plus 0.5, and I don't think it's correct. However, I want to give a very quick cleaning on the faceplate and make it a little bit nicer. I have not yet printed this schematic, but we should have about 75 volts across the capacitor, and we are already at 86, so it seems a bit too high to me. So I wonder if this, first of all, it's set for 230 or still at 120, which I don't believe. And but it seems that the -50 volt it doesn't work, so we have a problem there. But first of all, let me be sure that it's set. The equipment is set for 230 volts. And now that I look more with more attention on it, it seems that we have an added bird. Not sure for what, and probably is a fixture that they have used for some special reading they need. So, by the way, this is the main transformer. Let me check how it is set. Well, the oscilloscope is indeed connected for 230, and I'm measuring across the output of -50 volt for shorts, and we have not. But if I place this on voltage reading, let's see what it does. I'm still with dim bulb and limited voltage. We have plus 0.5 the same. And we still are at 120 volts now, AC. Well, I think I need to increase a little bit more the voltage because the regulation doesn't kick in otherwise. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's moving. 150 volt. So we have a change. Would you look at that? I can't believe. I just rotate the instrument and I already have live signs. Now, it seems that the sweep indeed it's low. Oh, look at the dim bulb start to glow a little bit. Well, that's promising, as it seems that probably at full voltage and without the dim bulb, the instrument might work. I have increased it a little bit more, and the sweep length has increased as well. So we have indeed look at the time base. Well, it seems unbelievably a working unit, not precise, maybe ripples or who knows what, but seems alive. Well, I think the only thing to do is to place at we are 200 volts. Let's bypass the dim bulb. Yeah, indeed, it's doing better. I'm hearing a little bit of hum, but let's go down. Yeah, this is the 100 microvolt sensitivity. Let's see on the other channel. That is really noisy, and they are both placed onto the off position. Now it's settled down a bit, so probably it's just a switch cleaning problem. Oh. Well, it seems that it works and needs a bit of attention. One thing that is happening is slowing down the time base. The swapping on chopper channel between the two channels, it's leaving this retrace, which seems that we have a problem with the blanking circuit, because it shouldn't happen like that. Well, it's not really visible on camera, but there is kind of residues over here, and I would like to remove this glass if it's possible. No, it's not. It's part of the CRT itself, front glass, so there is no way that I can clean it up. This kind of nasty thing for moisture, because of moisture. Well, as it seems that it works to a very good extent. It deserves a very good cleaning and the removal of all the knobs and polish of the faceplate, care of the CRT screens, and see if we can calibrate and apply some signals. Damn stickers, why don't you stop to place these horrible stickers onto the front panel of these instruments, even over the lettering? Unbelievable. More lettering covered. Well, I'm removing the knobs, and it is quite difficult. There are a lot of those oxidized, not only the knobs on the shaft, but also the locking screws, and this is very bent. So continuing the process, but I'm thinking to remove the front panel because need a very deep wash and polish. Well, I've just understand why the dial was bent. Here there is a sort of tab, and it serves to indicate the range of the horizontal, and probably in the past they have tried to push hardly and they got bent. Well, as you can see, we have this part of the input with plugs, which allows to remove the front panel easier than usual. So no soldered connection, probably only onto the pilot lamp. Front panel is removed. This will also give me the access to the potentiometer to spray some contact cleaner, and the possibility to polish the handles. Let's see how it goes. clean it and ready to polish. Well, I've almost finished the binding post restoration, and I had to swap the front flange to the rear one, as almost all the front flanges are bowed, and it seems that don't know if because the tightening of the nut, or if during the life of this thing many times has been hidden in the front. Some of those were broken, and I had to glue, and yeah, some pin are bent, but it's coming nicely, and I think we'll be fine at the end. Well, now that the front panel is ready, it is a nice occasion to remove what appear to be removable input section, and to clean the switches and make some additional checks. It seems that we just need to unplug those wires, so I will do that. Well, I'm glad that I have removed it, as it gives a very nice opportunity to clean all the contacts, and to check the capacitors by removing the solder by the bottom side, and it exposes all the switches, and the potentiometer, the position potentiometer now are well exposed. Well, I think I found a problem here. This leg of this capacitor is touching another track on the PCB. So I think I need to lift it up. Let me grab maybe this. I need two hands. It should be good now. One channel is ready to go. Well, to get it working correctly, I eventually had to completely dismantle the pot. It was pretty hard and oxidizing in the shaft, so unable to turn freely. Second channel is finished, all the capacitors tested, and they are perfectly fine as it was for the first one. So I can reassemble the capacitors and see how we can proceed with the horizontal section. And this is the horizontal section. It's quite dirty over there and inside this pot, I believe, but also the buffer switches here are not so in a good shape. There is some oxidation to the metal plates, must be cured. Well, talking about this additional board, which I believe is a custom development done to the factory. It was a mobile telephone company, and I believe they have added this for some special purpose. Now, it might be that doesn't affect the instrument. It seems to work to the horizontal only, so not sure what is for. I might check onto the schematic and see if I can find where it has been connected, and see if I can figure out what is the purpose of that additional board. This board, it seems with a sort of amplification or oscillation. I don't know if it is an external oscillator at a specific frequency. Who knows? And everything is back in its place. It's now time to reassemble the knobs and see if it still works, and make the calibration. Well, it seems that we are ready to start the power up, see if it's still working, and if it's possible to make a good calibration. So let's power it up and see if it's still working. Well, we indeed make it boards, and channel B is not responding to the position, and both channels are moving with the A position potentiometer. So I think I need to remove the channel and see if I have making something wrong. Okay, that's my problem. The potentiometer is touching the ground, but we have almost all the wires detached. That's really bad. And eventually all three wires are stripped from the potentiometer. I've cleaned the terminal eyes so I can wrap it around and make it strong as it was before. Finger crossed. Let's see if we have recovered the functionality of the channel. And it seems like that. Up, up. So yeah, it seems that at least in this command it's moving correctly. Well, to perform the calibration, I need to keep it upside down as all the regulations are to the bottom side. And by the way, I've just noted that the A channel is quite a bit out of adjustment, should be in the center as it is channel B. So, and moreover, the strip length is still very large. And let me switch off this. It's very large, and I think we have everything to adjust here. Finished the horizontal calibration and came up pretty well. I have to say that is pretty well responding to the adjustments, even to the trigger, which is working perfectly on both plus and minus slope. So the horizontal section is perfectly done. I will move on to the vertical. And to perform the last adjustment, which is the input capacitance, I had to take out this old altimeter, which is the only one that is capable to measure this this kind of inputs. All the electronics instruments like that, or the multimeters, they cannot measure this. I don't know why. So the only way is to adjust with this, and it works perfectly. Should be set for 45 picofarad, and we are on to the 100 scale, and it works perfectly. No problem with for the adjustment, and that will go to 0. So it's a unique instrument for perform such adjustments, and it is quite out. Yeah. And this has been the last adjustment, and it is the CMRR adjustment. Don't know what that means, but there are two capacitors that were very badly out of adjustment, and we are now in spec. So vintage equipment still alive, and this it is indeed alive as it should. It's perfectly responding on all adjustments, so the instrument it's completely back back operative. So while I've taken this for cleaning, I then saw that there are these two labels with all the adjustment points showed up. Very handy indication. Now these vents over here, I apologize for the lights that it's always going crazy. Now this, oh, by the way, it has also provision for the capacitor adjustments, even without the removal of the panel. So with this vent, it is meant to be airflow by mounting it onto in a rack mount. It's a rack mount device, so mounting it in a rack. But as I will place here, hopefully I will find the solution to have some ventilation. Same thing here in the top lid. Very nice. And finally, the oscilloscope is fully operative in all the function that it has, and it's pretty nice, and I couldn't believe that it's so well functioning, despite it was so long ago that has been placed in the off state. So it's back in operative, and it will be a nice add for the lab, especially for audio device repair. So I hope you have enjoyed this wake up of an old guy, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.